let's go over to Cathie Wood. We're going to talk about a little purchasing, a little holiday spree shopping. Cathie Wood's ARK investment firm has purchased 175,000 shares in GBTC, which we talked about yesterday, is trading at a large discount. They also gobbled up over 1 million shares of Coin, the stock of Coinbase, the largest US-based exchange. Why are they purchasing these things? Well, one man's trash is another man's treasure, perhaps. Or, maybe they're just trading at a discount. It's a really good thing to purchase up. Who knows? We'll see what happens with this. The ARK trading firm has been not doing so great this year. It's a long bet on technology. They have a lot of different tech stocks within this basket. A lot of people purchase it for their 401k to get some exposure to tech stocks. And of course, with the Fed raising interest rates, we have seen tech stocks just continuing to bleed during the year. So maybe it's a good play. Maybe it's not a good play. I don't know. Maybe we can decide on the show. Jen, I'm going to throw this one over to you. Get your take on the story.
Yeah, so I remember when Cathie Wood said that she predicted that Bitcoin is going to exceed $1 million by 2030, and her actions continue to support that thesis, right? And so I'm no expert on trading. That is definitely Wendy on this show. But I just wonder why, in the current state of the market, with all of the uncertainty we have, that she would, buy Coinbase and Grayscale at this discount. We don't really know I know buy the dip, but it feels like, why not actually buy the dip? Why not just get the actual Bitcoin, then invest in Coinbase shares or Grayscale shares? And so, Wendy, tell me why. Why is this happening?
I don't have an answer for you because it's not something that I would touch, especially given the current landscape of the crypto ecosystem. I think that there could potentially be big risks associated with GBTC. Coin should be fine because it's Coinbase, but at the same time, we don't know. We don't know exactly what's going on behind the scenes with a lot of these companies. I will say, though, people love to quote that Warren Buffett guy and say, buy when there's blood in the streets or whatever. Me personally, it would be way too big of a risk to participate in GBTC. I would rather just buy Bitcoin and custody it myself, but to each their own. Right. Will, I feel like you had something to say about this.
Yeah, I'll push back a little bit. And just as a note, disclosure that CoinDesk is owned by Grayscale or by DCG, which owns both Grayscale and CoinDesk and a few other firms in the space. So we got to get that out of the way. But just push back on what you're saying, Wendy, I do think this is a fair play, right? If you're going to buy them on the way up, well, you should also buy them on the way down or when they're bottoming. That's a great time that great trades are made at the bottom. So you bought Bitcoin at the bottom in 2019 when it was $3K. And then you flipped it to right now, it's a 5x gain on whatever you bought then. So it could make sense. As for Grayscale, we're seeing that debate actively on Twitter right now. The discount reached as much as 50% yesterday. It's recovered to about 39% discount. And we'll see what happens with it as we find out more information about Genesis, which is also owned by DCG. So there's some risk of contagion there. We don't really know how it's going to be priced into any of these products. As for Coinbase, I honestly think it's continuing to be a very strong play, especially with FTX gone. In FTX US now in Chapter 11 bankruptcy, all those customers are up for grabs. Yes, we might be going into a deep crypto winter, but I think it's a pretty smart bet. Of course, not financial advice. You got to say that. But I don't think it's a bad bet looking at their audited financial statements, which are on the public record in the US. We'll leave it there. Zach, take us away to our new break.
Are we breaking? All right. I just wanted to say, all right. We got more? What are you talking about, Will? Why are you trying to wrap up this conversation?
We got more?
Jen wanted to say some stuff.
Will's had it with us.
No, I was going to argue with you, Will.
Wendy's fudding my favorite products. Putting my bags.
Will's just interrupting me. Doesn't care. I was going to argue with you, but you made a good point. I still stick to right now is the time to buy Bitcoin. That is not financial advice. I think we still have yet to see what's going to happen in the tech market. So I don't know. Zach.
Man, y'all are crazy out here giving not financial advice right now. That's crazy talk. I think let's be real, right?
These are entry price is.
These are the public market proxies for the price of Bitcoin, right? So I think Coinbase stock has seen its fate pretty tied directly to how the real coins are doing out there in the world, and that's still the case for GBTC and the ETH Trust as well. They're often proxies for public markets participation in the crypto markets without having to do any of that nonsense of having the crypto itself. So I think that utility still exists for these products. And I think what Cathie Wood is doing, maybe, is she's saying directionally, this looks like a deal, but y'all are crazy out here. So that's all I got.